Hey there, welcome to Concept Hunter. Today we're going to talk about hitBox, which really surprised me because I expected this to go in directions that I don't like, and I ended up finishing all the levels that are here, and they actually got to be pretty difficult, but not terrible and stupid in a way that I hate. So I really liked this game. I finished all of them, and we could go at the beginning and just get started and see how it works out. So this is the reach that you have, this little sphere that's kind of like moving around, and please note that I can press other squares, I guess, only within my reach, and I need to get to the golden one, and I finish the level, and then we move on to the next level. So I can't click this one. I can only click ones that are within my reach. And note the buoyancy, I want to say, the elasticity of the movement, and that is going to become very, very, very relevant at pretty much the point of the game. So the tutorial's pretty self-explanatory. This is the only thing you can kind of do. And as we move forward, you can already start thinking about more things that you could do with this. But there's a couple of different ways to go about it. And immediately I asked myself, once I got to this section, where are they going to go with this? Are they going to go in a sense that I just have to move to the correct things, and they're going to add mechanics in the sense of where you need to go, so it's like more like a puzzle? Are they going to utilize speed, so I have to speed of execution of doing things in the correct speed and moving forward? And are they actually going to use this, is it just for show? Is it just an animation? This thing where it just bounces all the way around? Or is that also a game mechanic? And I got answers to all of my questions, and it's good, because a lot of these directions I don't really enjoy. But in this case, it works out really well. So I can actually let go and then fall. And this already tells me that we're going to have sections where you do have to quickly execute things. So there is execution here. And this tells me, even better, that there are sections where you actually have to do that, where the buoyancy and the that you get until it actually goes there is actually used in levels. And this is where I get scared. This is where I get scared because I could see ridiculous execution-based levels where you have to click here, then click here, and wait till it goes back in exactly twice, because once will shoot you too far away, and 3 times if it goes back and forth 3 times, and it's not enough, and you had to do exactly 2, and kind of really, really, really specific precision. And the game never does that. The game never pissed me off in that sense. It's always pretty good. These little things take a second to understand, and then when you can execute them, it's fun, and it works out really well. And here we get things that are a little bit more speed, a little less speed, that is, but you can see where we're going with this, with things that you might need more speed, you might need to time it correctly. And throughout the levels, it never pissed me off. It was always interesting, it was always good, it was never crappy. And I finished it. I actually continued playing through, and I had a blast playing through. And this is one of the cool things that you understand just come out of the mechanics that they've established, which if I let go and then I click it and then I let go again, I could fling myself up. So if I just click it once, if I let go and click it once, I'll just go. But if I let go and click it once and then click it again, as it goes up, I can fling myself up and get there. And this is really cool. I really like this mechanic. I think it's very clever and very simple, and you could do quite a lot of things with it. And then we're also introduced to things that could kill you, and the game gets progressively harder and harder with this basic set of things. You know, some of them move around. Later on, there's also a little bit of extra things, and there's clearly more that they could do here. I like the fact that they kept it relatively simple. There aren't too many progression things, you just do interesting things with them. And clearly you could start thinking about different types of blocks that you get on, and all kinds of other things that you could think of. But they don't do it that much. Okay, and you can see that once I let go, physics just take in, so I do actually fall with gravity in that direction. So I have to fall correctly here, or I'll almost touch the left side. And died there to one of those mines. And here as well, I'm going to try and do this. There you go. So you have to figure it out a little bit, and then you have to execute it. But it's never tedious. It's never too long. It's good length, and overall, I just like it. That was bad. I should have done that a little bit faster. The one thing that I could say is when you restart, I wish the restart was a lot faster. Because what happens when I actually die and we're gonna die again here. I want to restart. I want to already restart. And look, it took like 2 seconds to explode, and then this thing needs to come over, and I need to click this, and then that screen. So when I screw up in the later levels, you might actually screw up quite a lot. I wish that the restart of the level would be faster, but aside from that, I don't actually have any complaints about this game. I think the execution is wonderful. I like the concept. I think the progression is great, and it's highly polished. I like pretty much everything, and I think it's a really cool puzzle game with a cute little concept that I really enjoy and makes you feel really good. I mean, even though it's sort of a puzzle game because you have to figure out how to do it, you do have that sections of execution that just feel like, yeah, I did it. And that is so important, that tiny little thing's like, yeah, I got it. And the game mechanic really works with that. Yeah, I'm just gushing over the game at this point. I think it's absolutely lovely. It's by hitBox, and it's called hitBox. It's by GameShot.org. The name of the Newgrounds user is While Working. And that's it for KOKOStern. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.